booger. Come here. Ow. No. What is up, everyone? Happy 4th of July. It is a beautiful day here in Nebraska. Just want to give you guys a quick, video for this week. And surprisingly, it's not going to be on the fortune. No, it's going to be for the daily driver, aka the daily rider, more than anything. I had a slight issue with this a couple days ago, and actually it wasn't an issue, it was more of a brain fart or stupid blonde moment for me. I got to work, and I was kind of in a hurry because I felt like I was running late. So I got to work, I parked, and shut the bike off, I hopped off, and I forgot to turn off the ignition underneath. Oops. So the lights stayed on, and it drained my battery. When I walked out to leave, go home, ended up having to call the wife and come give me a little jump start there. But yeah, the only problem that I have with that occurrence though was this is not by any means a stock bike. It's got the Vance & Hines big radius 2.2 exhaust, but it also, even though it has a stock air cleaner cover, the back, it is actually an SNS air intake. So doing that, you have to run a fuel management module. There's people out there that don't, but knowing my luck, it would lean out way too much for me and be burning holes in the top of the piston. All sorts of chaos would be happening with my luck. So I have a pretty sweet product review for today, as well as kind of a how-to installation and whatnot. Because it's really simple to install and really simple to use. Really, the only tool that you're going to need is that. Yes, it is Bluetooth capable, and it is a very, very awesome product. And the product in question, this fuel management module, is actually the Fuelpak FP3 from Vance & Hines. Okay. So really the only thing you're going to need for a tool on this is your cell phone. It is Android, it is Apple compatible, so don't worry about that. All you need is the phone. And then also you'll want to get on like the Google Play Store or wherever you get your apps from. You can even get it off of VanceandHines.com. You'll want to get the Fuelpak FP3 app on your phone, and this is exactly what it looks like. If this thing will focus, it probably won't, but yeah. Anyways, there we go. That looks a little better. Right now, yeah, it says it is searching for the Bluetooth. It is trying to pair up with the module and the bike right now. Internet connectivity is checked off, so we do have that. I'm going to do a real-time flash on this bike. One thing that you do want to know is, I'm going to multitask here. Start by taking the seat off, of course. But the one thing that you do want to know is, in the event that your battery does die, it's basically kind of like a hard drive for your map. So you won't ever lose the map to your ECM if your battery does die, or you leave the lights on, or you know, leave the ignition on like an idiot like me. So once your seat's off, really there's only one connection for this, and it is to your data link connector right off the side of the battery and the ECM. That is it. This is the only connection that you have. That's normally where Harley would plug in their diagnostic tool, but this module is actually what is helping control that fuel and that air. But anyways, continuing on, to start, there are, you probably can't see that, so we're going to get you closer. Well, what happens next here is you have a couple LED notification LEDs on the fuel pack. The next thing that you want to do is, I'm not going to be able to show you this portion of it, but when you have the app uploaded onto your phone, it's going to want to try to connect with your bike the first time you have it plugged in and you have the ignition on. The Bluetooth will connect. You got to make sure you have internet connectivity. That way the firmware can update with the most up-to-date firmware, of course. So yeah, you got to have the most up-to-date software for your module. So that's where having the on your smartphone is a pretty cool idea. So the very first thing when you turn it on, it's going to ask you, it's going to try and find the VIN number. It's going to try and find that VIN number for your fuel pack. You'll connect to it. The LEDs on there will signify that you are connected. Okay, but I am going to go ahead and show you right now. This is what it does. We are going to click to on. As you can see, it is trying to searching, and that second LED will stay solid, saying that it is ready to go. Next, you can click on that. It will check for any updates. Okay, going through the main menu, you have view and edit maps, maintenance. You can put in maintenance schedules, view sensor data. Search for map is going to be the very first thing that you're going to click on. So you'll go into there, and we'll go ahead, put in Vance and Hines. For exhaust, the exhaust name, I have Big Radius 22. I do have standard baffle. Right now I have it set on no baffle, but I feel like it's popping and cackling a little bit much, so we'll put it on the standard. Hopefully it leans just a little bit. I have a 103 cubic inch, and there is nothing else done to it other than, and every single one of these, the airflow, it'll say high flow air filter on every one of them. That's just something that they do. Basically, that's what helps these bikes enrich and get a little extra performance out of it. So right here, you're seeing everything that you've just input into your bike, and now you'll have a map ID as well. It'll ask you to either save. Saving will put it into your view and edit maps menu, or you can flash, and flash is exactly the very first thing you're going to want to do before you ever start your bike up with exhaust and intake. So we're going to flash General warning, making changes to your motorcycle's ECU programming may affect engine performance. Follow all instructions for the installation and setup of Fuelpak. Be careful, be smart, ride safe. Fuelpak is not legal for use on population-controlled motor vehicles. So, people in California and maybe Colorado, you are SOL. But here, we continue. Downloading your selected map. Okay? So we are flashing the new map. Waiting, waiting, waiting. Please turn your bike off for 15 seconds. Keep your bike off. Okay, turn your bike on. Bluetooth will reconnect. Watch for those lights. Bluetooth is trying to reconnect. Cannot see that. Whatever you do, don't hit the exit button. Don't hit exit. Alright. And also you want to make sure your battery is getting charged so it doesn't die on you during the process. And just like that, we're back to a steady light there and a blinking ready light. And yeah, I just programmed my bike with FP3. That was easy. And then just click done. That's pretty much it. And the thing is, when my battery died, the very first thing I did, when I started it up, I made sure that I had an ECM calibration on. It was still in there, and I reflashed it right then and there just to make sure. And it didn't run no different. No different at all. Some other features with this. Yes, there is maintenance, and I do believe there's a service odometer, and you can read trouble codes as well, and delete them, which is pretty cool. View sensor data is, yeah, it's going to ask you, I understand I can use smartphone while I ride, but who does that, you know? But yeah, you can watch your speedo, you can watch your tach, your voltage, your mile per hour, your fuel to air ratio, all that stuff. Anything that has a sensor, and you got multiple sensors too, which is pretty cool. There's also an eco sensor too to tell you if you're, you know, putting too much fuel into it. You just go to the home button. The next is the auto tune feature. That's a little more complicated. The big thing that with auto tune, I don't use it just because I haven't had very good luck with it, and there's a lot more than just, you know, it's not just an issue with me, it's an issue with everyone else that's also used it. The auto tune, basically you drive or you ride around town, you know, you take a 15 to 20 minute trip around town and you vary the throttle everywhere and you put it into this auto tune program, and the Fuelpak reads all the different parameters that are coming through the data link to basically create a map for your driving style. And really the problem with that is you can drive around all day long, however, and I don't think it can tell your driving style just off of however long you drive. Even if you take an hour-long ride, you still have issues because there's times when it'll cut out on you just sitting at the stoplight. It won't know to idle correctly. It's just, it becomes more of a pain. You're better off to just go with your, the Fuelpak tunes that are already there for you. They'd offer even more. I mean, it's not just Vance and Hines products. They also have products from, Bassani and, I'm drawing a blank on the other brand names and stuff, but you know what I mean. Once you have your ECM flashed and it says you're done, you can go ahead, test fire it, and while it is running, go ahead, reinstall your seat. Let it run for, let it idle for about 5, maybe 6, 7 minutes or so. Just so that the computer can relearn all its parameters while it just sits there at idle. The best part I love about it is a complete, there's just so much versatility to this product. The thing, I've had Power Commanders and I've had Cobra Tuner. The Cobra Tuner, don't even waste your time with it. Don't even waste your time reading about it. As cool as the auto-tune function sounds on it, the module has to power up once you hook it up and actually work for the auto-tune to work. So that's my experience with the Cobra. With the DynoJet, the Power Commander, the Power Vision is probably the best to go with, but it is, without a doubt, the most expensive programmer on the market. I went with a Power Commander a long time ago on a Nightster, and I loved it. It was a good fuel management module. I did have an issue with it. I took it and I washed it, and something happened. I didn't pressure wash it or anything. Water got somewhere and it fried the fuel management module, and I had issues with it. I basically, I ran on one cylinder all the way back to where I needed to be. It was not a fun experience, but Power Commander helped me out quite a bit. They took care of me very well. I got a new one, and I liked it. The worst thing about it was if you wanted to change the map, you had to break out the laptop, and that was always kind of a pain. But the best part is when with the Fuelpak, I mean, it's just as easy as this. Take it with you, man. You don't have to take the seat off if you decide to reflash it, put a different tune on. There's just no other reason, and it's a reasonable price too. It's not the most expensive, but for what it is, it's pretty sweet. I bought mine for about $400 from jpcycles.com, and I have loved it ever since I put it on the Breakout. So it is now, it's time to give it the real test, before it decides to storm here on, the 4th of July. Go figure, it's retarded. But anyway, that's going to do it for this video. Hit the like button down below. Also comment, show your ideas, show your opinions. Also, share the video with the rest of the world, please. Subscribe to the channel, everyone. Alright? Everyone out there, have a happy 4th of July, happy Independence Day, and God bless America. So, we'll see you in the next video.